Hi everyone, this is Jadnel Rosario, director of Musik Mogul, and today I have something special. Today I decided to film and record everything that we're gonna be doing in our studio today. And why? Today I have a ghost in my studio. And it's a ghost. It's a ghost because it's the first time that I am meeting this girl after at the same time training her and teaching her for almost 1 year. So it's the first time that we meet and we have a relation that is not a relation because they don't like, well, maybe not everyone is gonna be understanding this, but what I know is that today is the first time that we are meeting and we're gonna show everything that she's gonna be doing, and her name is Brianna. So welcome to Musik Mogul Records.
Thank you so much.
And this interview that we're gonna start doing, I want to start this trying to letting know to all my people that are watching this video, who you are. I don't want people that have the same experience as me. After 6 months working with her, one day she said something in Spanish. I said, why? Wait a minute, you speak Spanish and you've been pushing me to speak English because my English is not the best one. I am doing so much effort for my English and you speak Spanish. And she say, yes, I'm Cuban. Are you Cuban with that red hair? And tell me a little bit more about you.
Yes, okay, so I grew up with a Hispanic family. I am Cuban, and my entire life I have gotten so many of the same comments that I did get that day, because I do not look it at all. But yes, so I grew up with a lot of Hispanic music, and when I was about 12 years old, I started getting shown by my dad classic rock. And when I started hearing that, it was just like, it was a new world of music, because I've always loved like Hispanic music, salsa, Celia Cruz. I loved it, but when I started hearing classic rock, I was like, wow. Like, I was introduced to Queen, which was the first rock band that I heard, and I was like, this is just a whole new world. And when I got into that, I started finding my style. I would experiment with like clothes, makeup, like, you know, different things. And I just really felt like really called into that. I loved rock, and it was something that I felt at home listening to. And yeah, I was like, I need to get into this. I need to start learning different instruments and just finding a way to be able to produce my own version of what I was hearing.
Yes, yeah. So we've been for practically this whole year working in her album, and her knowledge in her singing, in her knowledge in the piano, guitar, and many other instruments. So here we are, and I'm gonna ask you some questions to see how is your head in this industry today. You are young enough in a new music industry that is completely different as the music industry that I had 25 years ago.
Yes.
The one that I used to go to put all the CDs in Walmart in different places. Now
I don't even know about that world.
so
That's
it's completely
new to me.
different. And I want to ask you a few questions. So, yes, you are a musician that plays different instruments, that sings, compose, you produce your music. How do you think that people will absorb your music and how your music will affect them?
Yeah. So it was so important to me going into writing. I mean, I've always loved writing. It was something that came to me, that it came natural to me, but writing music is a little bit different. I wanted to be something more personal, and so when I was writing it, the first thing that really alarmed me and that I wanted to do was just make sure that all of my music expressed a different emotion that us humans go through. I feel like sometimes people can be going through something and not feel like it's valid because, you know, it's very unheard. You know, we listen to a lot of things about love and relationships, which is great. You know, I love writing about that as well, but I just wanted to make sure that it's gonna reach those people that have certain emotions that they feel aren't valid. And so when they listen to it, they can feel like, wow, like this is like home for me. This is something that I can express myself through and just feel like I can be myself when I listen to it. And that was my main goal, especially growing up when I started listening to classic rock and started hearing a different kind of world of lyrics, you know what I mean? That was something that was very important to me, and so I only hope that when people listen to my music, they can feel like they can express themselves in a way that is different from everything else, but at the same time feel valid and justified as a person?
That is a deep answer.
That was a deep question.
That makes me know that you have a lot of things to write.
Thank you. I
See,
hope so.
yeah. Okay. So we have a little bit of Puerto Rico and Cuban people here.
Well, my
So-
dad grew up in Puerto Rico, so you know.
I didn't know
That
that.
too. Yes, I have that too.
So you like mofongo?
I've never tried.
You like mofongo? You
My
need to-
mom loves it, but I've never
You
tried
need
it.
to ask your dad. So I'm gonna ask you for some names. I just want a reaction, really fast reaction
Okay. Oh my gosh.
of those names, and I need a fast and really short reaction.
Okay.
Okay? It has to be fast.
Okay. Oh gosh. This is a test.
Beethoven,
Oh my gosh. Oh, deaf genius.
nice. Andrea Bocelli,
Depth, emotion, vibrato.
Whitney Houston,
Beautiful. She's beautiful.
Michael Jackson,
King of pop.
Queen,
Oh my gosh. Just genius. Genius. My first love.
Celia Cruz,
Queen of salsa.
Bad Bunny.
Influential.
I ask you about those different names because obviously Beethoven, Michael Jackson,
You
they
went
were,
from Beethoven to Bad Bunny. It was like
Yeah.
two different.
and I have a reason, and it's the evolution of music.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So Beethoven, other people like Elvis, Frank Sinatra in their time, but today we have Bad Bunny, Anuel, and different other influencers and singers that they have the control of the business.
Yeah.
We have to respect that in their different genres, but it's completely different of what you're gonna be doing.
Yeah. of
That
course.
is more in the American or English or rock, right? So, what are your plans, goals, and dreams with music in your life, and how you think you can achieve your goals, knowing that many people fail in this industry, wasting their time and effort?
Yeah. Not gonna lie, that was something I did struggle with when I was young. I remember, like, when I first started writing music, I sat in my room one day and I was just thinking about my life and thinking about the long term, because I've always been a person that maybe planned a little too ahead of my life. And I just thought the first thing that came to my head was I was composing a song, I was on my piano, and I just thought, I was like, I can't see myself doing anything else with my life. And I talked to my amazing friends who definitely support me and help me out with that. And one thing that I thought was, I want to do absolutely anything to be able to get that sense of joy that I get while I'm creating music, and be able to experience that throughout my life and be able to see others experience that. Because when I see my family members or my friends experience the joy that I get with my music, it's something unmatched. I can't get that joy from anything else, and it just is amazing. So I really can't see myself doing absolutely anything. Yeah.
Why music? Why not being a lawyer? Why not engineering? Why not being an accountant?
It just is me. I feel like that is who I am. Like, when I listen to music, it's this sense of home, of belonging. Every time I was going through something in my life, I would always turn to music. Anytime, I think the way that I actually found myself was through music, I would say. You know, when I was in middle school, was young, like 13, and you're trying to discover yourself, I remember, like, classic rock. That was the thing that I always leaned to. And certain types of music was where I found my identity, where I found what makes me happy. And yeah, it's who I am. I don't think it's something that I enjoy. I think it's something that I am.
Do you think that you have the skill to be successful in music?
Man, I sure would hope so. I feel like I definitely know that I have the posture of my intentions correctly, of what I want. And, you know, I would hope when people listen to me that they enjoy, you know, the technicality part of it. I tend to think that I'm pretty good at what I do. I would hope so. But I think I do, and I think that anybody that has a certain passion in their heart that they feel called to when it's something that makes them happy and gives them that sense of home that music does for me, I think they should do it and not doubt it. I think you're gonna risk everything in life. Might as well risk, you know, doing what you love to do.
Nice. Tell me a little bit about Everywhere I Go. That is the first single that you're gonna have in Spotify, Apple Music, in all the medias, and it's the one that is gonna be released really soon, before your album is finished. So tell me a little bit.
So, my mom, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry, but I tend to...
Let me tell you something, she will watch it.
Yeah, okay. That's gonna be difficult because I do this thing where I'll sit like on top of my dresser because it's on the window. So I'll look out like during sunset time, I'll sit on top of there and just like open my window, and that's where I'll write most of my poems, most of my music. I tend to get really inspired by nature, so I'll either go to the lake that's in my neighborhood or literally look at the sunset, and I get a lot of lyrics from there. And in the time that I was writing Everywhere I Go, my current boyfriend now, you know, at the time I started liking him, and that was the first time that I had experienced that feeling. So I remember watching the sunset, and I was just thinking of how much this person is on my mind and how everything that I see kind of reminds me of them. And so I remember like looking at the sunset, and I was like, wow, like that cloud like reminds me of this, and that reminds me of this that this person has. And so I started writing that down. And you know, the main thing that came to my mind was everywhere I go, I'm constantly thinking about you. And I was like, what is that? Yeah, and so that's where that came from. I was literally sitting at my window, sunset time, looking at the clouds, and all of the different elements of nature reminded me of that person. And so that's where that came from.
Nice. So you have a lot of words for your answers. This is my last question. After this question, I'm gonna be showing and presenting your two videos of Everywhere I Go. That the one is that the original single, and the other version that we decide to do with other topic, other sense, other music, looking for different vibes. I think that she said, I want this. I said, I want this. I love everything that she do. I said, let's do other things. So my last question is, how you can prove to the public that you are the people, you are the artist that they should follow? How you can prove them that they should look at your music?
If I'm being honest, I don't know if people are gonna follow me, and if anything, I'd like to think that instead of following me, people can be inspired by what I do to follow themselves and follow what they want. You know, I would love and I would hope that my music can do that and inspire them to follow their heart, follow their dreams and their passions. But yeah, you know, I just honestly really see that my music will be able to portray the sense that I feel when listening to music. And not only that, but I hope that my audience and the people that are watching me, you'll be able to see that in them, see them following their passion, seeing them doing what they love to do. And I hope that that's what they see when they quote unquote follow me. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope that they can use my music to find that sense of home that I do, but we'll see what happens.
What do you think about the autotune?
What's
Autotune.
Autotune?
What do you think about that? Do you know what's autotune?
I'd like to think that, I mean, I grew up hearing that term, you know, a lot, but I'm not really sure exactly what it is, so you're gonna have to give me like a premise.
Okay. You know why I'm asking you? Because obviously I am recording your stuff, and we haven't used any autotune or Melodyne or any other pitch corrector. That's maybe why you don't know, or you don't really have the knowledge about those plugins that fix the voice of many singers. Mm-hmm. We haven't used that. How you can show the people that your voice is natural and the product that you give is not processed by a computer?
I mean, we can do it. I don't have a problem doing it. We can do something live. That's not a problem.
Well, I
wasn't
prepared for that, but we can prepare it really fast. So What? Yes, but if you wanna sing
But
something, you have to sing in Spanish and you have to sing in English too.
Okay.
Do you have something prepared for Spanish and English? I know for English for sure.
For English, I mean.
For Spanish, we have to look for your library.
I think we have to look for something.
So let's do this. I think that this took another way. Let's prepare the studio differently and see my people later with something live. So
Okay.
see you in a minute.
Just a